Like I said, I was going to go out and ride today, and it did rain, so it's Florida. What do you expect? You can hear it still raining a little bit out there. You know what? The windshield worked great. I wasn't even getting that wet. It was raining real light at first, and it really came down with a lot of side wind, and I was wearing my colors. There's my colors, man. I got the colors, man. I got a patch. This is it. The flag of the Confederacy. Yay! And on the front, we got Cooter's Garage. And on the opposite front, we got a couple pins. One is, you can see it right here, Confederate flag pin. And also, Sons of Confederate Veterans pin. Bonafide member still. Hope I don't piss them off. I'm a little radical in some ways, but I'm kind of like, calm, radical. You know what I mean? I believe in independence. This is kind of like a pseudo-hippie movement in some ways. Whatever the establishment don't like. I mean, a pseudo-hippie movement. Let's not call it, hippie. But, I was wearing the colors. I had my vest over the thing. And I'm going to tell you right now, that windshield worked great. Because normally, I got to turn my, with the goggles, I found, you turn your head slightly to the side versus just straight on. And also, your head kind of slightly forward. You could see a hell of a lot better. If you just have your head straight forward and, upright, your goggles are, But with the windshield, most of it was going right the hell over my head. I was like, boy, that's great. And I got my trickle charger here. So like I said, I have an Odyssey battery here. I just keep it on a trickle charger. I'm going to probably go over I'm going to be using this bike every day, but I'm going to be going over it, piecemeal. I'll be changing the fork oil and, putting a little A205 in there. And I'm probably not going to put the tires on it right away because these tires, they're 5.5 years old. They got loads of meat on them. That tells you how much I was riding. Like, just take it out once in a while. And this ride was only about 20 miles because it did rain a lot. You see, it's still wet out here. But also, if you want to see how the flag, see the Sons of Confederate Veterans flag on the phone fence. Looks, it's all lit up. It's lit up at night. It's lit up at night. That one back there is lit up. They're all lit up. This sign here, I know the sun is kind of making this camera look kind of foggy. This is lit up with two different lights. Not extremely so because those solar lights aren't that powerful. This newer one is a lot better. That's a flag light. I put on there with some truck bed lining. Screwed it in there. But this thing came out. This thing looks fine. This thing looks fine. I'm not sure if I want to paint this gray here. I might. But then again, looks fine white. Well, you know what I'll probably do if it gets a little dingy, I'll paint it gray. For now, I'll leave it like that. But it's lit up. It's lit up. So we'll be flying the colors, hopefully every day with this patch. But if I get the SCV MC patch in, I'm not going to be riding around with that too much. I don't think. Well, maybe, I don't know. Depends. If it's a group, fine. Or going to an event, fine. But regardless of whatever, I'm going to be riding with this thing all the time. This I'll be always riding with. So, and I got another vest coming from Leather Up. It's a concealed carry vest. I don't know if I want to concealed carry on the bike though, but I like the idea behind a concealed carry vest because it's got like pockets you can put your cell phone in and your wallet, and you stick it in a plastic bag and you waterproof the crap out of the vest. I don't think I'm going to conceal carry on a bike, but a concealed carry vest could be very handy for the type of pockets it has. And if I don't get the SCVMC patch, I'm gonna put some kind of rebel flag on the back of that, and I'll be riding it every day. It's kind of cool. I was out here riding today, even though it wasn't a long trip. I was probably out there 30 minutes for 20 miles. and people seeing somebody on a motorcycle with this on their back, and also got, yeah, you see it up here, barely, got one on the front too. Of course, we got the Wicked Witch of the West hanger. See that? Hang the bitch. Should have said witch. Hell the beast. Should have said witch. Hey, I get another one I'm going to say witch on instead of be witch. Actually, she literally is a witch. I shouldn't even laugh at that, man. So, the colors are getting out there, man. It's not, we're getting them out there. This is the spirit of 1776 and 1861. I'm also a member of the Sons of American Revolution, and not quite through the national level, but they said you got it because it's already through the state level, and they're a stickler. It's just a matter of waiting a couple months. I'll be going to a couple meetings here locally in North Central Florida here in September. We'll be going to the Rifles, Rails, and Trails down at Tavares. I don't know if I'm going to take the bike down there unless there's bike watchers, but I'll probably be taking either the El Camino, maybe the El Camino, the Dixie Horn stuff. They'll put the wires on it and get the timing done. I can drive that thing around. The cam's in it, the Edelbrock manifold, the Holly 4-barrel, all that crap they put in there, it's all good to go. Just got to time it and put the wind wires in it. It's like, it runs fine. It starts up fine. Cam's broken and all that shit. I might take that down to that event, because it's got this thing. I don't know, I might take this too, I don't know. Or this thing. This has got the Dixie horns in it. They both have the Suzuki and this El Camino. It's got the Rebel flag in the front. And I know what the big media has been saying about the South for all these years. They're so full of crap. And you know what? Way back in the day, they did have a few blacks that got free, from earning money on the side. Believe it or not, they did that. And not many, a few. But they lived in the South. And they were, nothing bad. The bad stuff actually happened after the Union League came down south, right? Well, they created all the problems, believe me. It was after the war. There was a lot of mutual respect between whites and blacks, even though it was a caste system and slavery. There wasn't like this hatred. It's like the Union League started all that shit on purpose later on. But if you looked at back then, even after the war, they weren't even allowing blacks who were freed to go in Illinois, Lincoln's home state, and settle there. They wouldn't even let them stay there. Period. Not even for like 2 weeks. So they're full of crap, man. They're full of crap. They really are. They're full of crap up north, man. The money people are slick. But I'm slicker than they are because I'm a money guy myself. But I'm on the side of truth and justice. And I probably got direct lineage to Lionel Nathan Rothschild, believe it or not, from my mom's side on the Italian side. So don't go screwing with me, man. Actually, you know what? Quite honest, I wear the Star of David all the time. I'm really I lean more Jewish than Christian, but I do think that Jesus was a great Jewish prophet and healer, and you should listen to everything he said. I don't quite agree with Christianity all the way. I don't think Jesus meant to, because they always play the Christian angle with the Confederacy, but the Confederacy didn't try to be independent because of Christianity. It was partly over the North being extremely materialistic, but that's not that. Confederacy had a lot of Jews. Jews were the largest minority group in the Confederacy. As a matter of fact, Judah P. Benjamin was the first Jew ever to reach like Secretary of State, Secretary of War in at a national level. Jews were like far more welcome in the Confederacy than up north. I mean, there was anti-Semitism everywhere, north and south, but there was a lot less of it down south. Believe it or not, because there's a lot of Jews in Louisiana. So I mean, don't go ragging on me because I'm pro-Jewish, man, because, Soros is not a good guy, okay? I know this, you know, because I always hear this crap, you know, all the time on the internet. Yes, you're George. You know, I could probably talk to George Soros, but you probably, I don't know. I could talk to anybody. But anyway, you know, I look at this as like independence and individual rights, man. That's what this is all about. And Hillary, good. Huh. Good. Remember her? You forgot about her. I got to change that. I see the next bumper sticker. If I get another one, it'd be hang the witch. Witch. She's a witch. She's a witch. The wicked witch of the West. But anyway, the stand windshield works really good. And, you know, I was like kind of pussyfooting it around at turns and shit because, like I said, these tires are like 5.5 years old. You know, and the rain just starts, you know, the road gets extra slick, you know, so I was like, But I'm going to probably put a few thousand miles on these tires before I change them out, you know. I did squirt down the Avons with that 303 UV protectant, ozone UV protectant, all that stuff already, inside and out. And, you know, I got the tire levers and all that crap. I mean, I used to change out tires in my living room. When I had an apartment over in California. You believe that? Yeah. Put a bunch of newspapers down and take the tire up there in the living room. Yeah, you know. That's like biker. I was pretty heavy into this shit one time, but I got out of it because I don't like being associated with people that play Harley Davidson. What's really got me back in this? See that? See that? That's a patch. Okay, maybe it's a, you know, it's not a territorial patch. It is a patch though, more or less. It's actually not patched on there. It's like just printed on there. But we're gonna be flying that sucker all the time on my back, man. And we're gonna be getting out of here every single day. That's a good place to hang the colors over there by my Confederate cups and hat and my keepy, my extra keepy, and my cowboy Confederate hat. I tell you what, I like sticking up for the underdog, especially when the underdog has got the righteous cause all the way. Ha ha.